Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Junaid Agrarian, and you are watching Agrarian Talk. Today, our guest is Miss Ananna Talukdar Jeni from Bangladesh. She is a student of veterinary sciences and biomedical sciences. Uh, Hello, Ananya. Very warm welcome in our program.
Hi, thank you so much for inviting me here.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you know that the topic of our discussion is the agriculture development in Bangladesh, and we decided to continue this as a series of discussions as it is our first discussion. So, in this discussion, we will share general overview of agriculture of Bangladesh and our guest. Ananya, I will request you to please introduce yourself to our audience so that we can start our question answer sessions later.
This is Ananna Talukdar Jeni. I am a citizen of Bangladesh, Republic of Bangladesh, and currently I'm studying Sylhet Agricultural University, Sylhet, and I am an intern of under the Faculty of Veterinary, Animal and Biomedical Sciences. That's it. And I'm working as an intern student, so now I'm still learning. And as it is an agriculture university, so I'm not an agriculture based or subject student, but I have few ideas about what's going on in our country and have some idea about agriculture and agriculture related other stuff. So I hope that I can share some of my experience, some of my knowledge with all you guys. And as you can see that I am a native speaker, so my Urdu or Hindi is not so well, and if we need to communicate through Hindi and Urdu, so please pardon my all mistakes.
Okay, Ananya, I wish to ask you about that. Kindly share a general overview of agriculture in Bangladesh, especially the living standards of people affiliated with the agriculture sector there, and main crops which you are growing, you are harvesting in Bangladesh.
Bangladesh is basically agricultural dependent or agricultural based country. During the year of 1970 or 1980, agriculture was 59% people's livelihood was related with agriculture. But at present, this percentage is increasing day by day because cultivable land is also decreasing in our country for the increasing population and other stuff. So now this percentage is 39%, and agriculture is contributing 15% of total GDP. But in the year of 1976 and 80, this was 50%. So as we can see that the amount of GDP is decreasing day by day, but we are also focusing now that other industrial stuff and these raw materials are also coming from agriculture, like in case of cloth making, we need cotton, jute and other stuff. So this is basically the agricultural state in Bangladesh now. And total arable land in Bangladesh is now 59.6%, and almost 14 billion household is related to agriculture, and their livelihood depends on agriculture now.
Thank you, Ananya, for this brief introduction. As in many developing countries, the situation you face are very similar to each other. I would like to ask you same question which I ask from my all guests, that why you opt veterinary animal and biomedical sciences as your degree program, especially in a developing country like Bangladesh, where agriculture is developing day by day.
Okay, thank you for this question. And previously, you asked me one more question, that what is the main crop of Bangladesh? I forgot to answer that question. So at first, now I am answering this question. Mainly paddy, and paddy is the first crop in Bangladesh, which is contributing most of the GDP. And other than it, potato, jute is also our main crops. And you can know that Bangladesh is fourth largest country in the world which is producing rice, and also also fourth in Asia in case of producing potato, and second in case of jute production. And we are also exporting our rice products and frozen shrimp to other countries as well as USA and Brazil and other countries. So now I'm answering your question that why I choose veterinary medicine as my subject to study. So at first, I want to say that from my childhood, it was my dream to become a doctor. So at first, my focus was on human medicine, but unfortunately, I couldn't make it happen. So at first, I thought that okay, let's give up. Let's see what's happened in the future. But at that time, I was familiar with veterinary medicine somehow through some of my relatives and other people. So I thought that okay, I couldn't be an animal sorry, be a human doctor, but still I can be a doctor. So that time my focus was, if I want to be a doctor, then let's try, I want to be a veterinarian. So that time I prepared for our agricultural university exam and I ranked for this subject, so I could choose this subject as my profession, as my future profession. So it was my goal from my childhood that I want to become a doctor. That's why mainly I choose this subject. And otherwise, then I know that this subject is very much renowned for its working field. I can work throughout the whole world and it has so many scopes. That's why I choose this subject. That still I can help our mankind or help our society somehow from my work, from my perspective. So that's why I choose this subject.
Ananya, I think the reason of our generation is likely same as we also wish to be a doctor in our childhood and later we are agrarian. I observe you that you are participating in many organizations, you are leading your community at national level and international level. I would like to ask you that why do you participate in these organizations, or why do you want to serve your community in different platforms, and how are you serving your community through these platforms?
Okay. So I was an social worker from my college days or school days. That time I also worked in so many organizations, but that was limited because in our times, in case of other organizational work, there was not so many scope there. So I had to do some limited work. But when I admitted into my university, and you know that university is a huge place for cultivating our knowledge and our other hobbies and other virtues. So I thought that not only study that can make you a better person. If you want to be a better person or do something for the society, you need to do work in organization so that you can keep touching with people and help people with their problems. You can solve at least their few of problems, you can solve it, or at least you can try to solve their problem. And when you will deal with people, you can learn about their lives, you can learn about what are people thinking nowadays. So if you want to develop your career or develop yourself as a person, you need to know what you should do. And when you will mix up with other people, you will communicate with other people, you can understand the society better, understand the world better. So I think that I personally think that not only study can make you a better person, you should do other organization work. And you know that in our Asia, or you can say Pakistan, India, nowadays women are improving themselves day by day, but there was a time when women were deprived from their basic rights. So I thought that if I want to improve myself, first as a person, second as a woman, I should do more social work. I should present myself in front of society that yes, I am capable of everything, but I can do anything what I want. So that's why I do organizations work, and also it's my dream that I want to do something in international level. So I got a scope to participate in international. You can say it's a conference or a cultural program in India during 2020. Maybe it was in February. So I participated first time in any international program, and that time I saw that I can meet with so many people, so many beautiful people. I can learn about them, and I can also be a part of nice program. So that time I also learned about that yes, if you want to do something good, if you want to do something better, you need to communicate with other people from your country or outside of your country. So that's why actually I will suggest our young generation that beside your curricular work or curricular program, you should do extracurricular work too. And if you want to present yourself into in the larger community in the world, you should also prepare yourself according to this. So in your college time, in your school days, you should start little by little. Then when you will get admit into university, you can do a large thing for your large community or large society.
Ananya, you are serving your community in your student life. Soon you will start your professional life. How you dream out, yeah, that I will do this, especially for my rural community in a veterinary science, in a veterinary science or biomedical sciences. How you plan about your future or your career in Bangladesh?
Okay. At first, I want to say that many people does not have the knowledge of veterinary medicine. Many people don't know what is veterinary medicine. So at first, I want to represent my subject to the community who don't know about this subject. So that's why I want to do something from my profession that I can serve my community by free treatment or other things which I have planned furthermore. And I want to do something combined with human medicine because you know that I it was my dream to become a human doctor, but unfortunately I couldn't make it. But I think that it's a huge field. It has so many scope to work with human medicine combined, because nowadays One Health program is very much popular and it's the necessity of time now, I think that. So I want to work in an international platform where I can communicate with a large amount of people actually, and I can represent my subject somehow. So don't know about the future, but it's my dream. So don't know I can make it or not, but I will try to do it somehow.
Ananya, I personally feel that if there is a vacuum, there is a more opportunities for adoption, and you have the more opportunities to execute your ideas for your community and for your services. No, I would like to ask you that at government level, what subsidies or different steps that boost up agriculture in Bangladesh have been taken by your government, especially we and all know that Dr. Yunus has Nobel Prize due to the services to the rural community and to the community of Bangladesh. Please elaborate some services which your government is providing or to your community.
Uh, Bangladesh government is working hard and soul to solve the problems of the citizens or former citizens. I know that during the year of 2019 and 20, the budget in agriculture sector was 5,23,193 crore taka, which is more than the previous one. So this time, and you know that Bangladesh is a lowland country. So during the heavy rainfall, most of the land goes underwater. So the farmers have so many loss in case of they are cultivating land or crops. So this time government subsidize the citizens with money. They buy crops from the farmers, and there are warehouse for farmers and cold house to store the agricultural product which may be rotten in the advance of time. So this is how government is helping our farmers. And there are so many research institute in our country which are working on this sector. And you may know that our great scientist Dr. Shohid Muhammad Shohidul Alam is now did the genome sequence of Hilsha fish, and also the genome sequencing of jute is done by Dr. Maksudul Alam. So this is our agricultural sector now is advancing day by day. During the year of 1970 and during the year of 1980, the growth rate is increasing 2.89% now. So it's quite good and it's also increasing. So you know that the cultivating land is decreasing day by day, but our scientists and our farmers are trying their heart and soul to improve the production of foods and crops. And also our government sectors are largely depend on our agricultural sector. That's why they are working combinedly, and there are so many NGOs also helping the farmers, like that Dr. Eunice is also working in this sector. So that's it.
Ananya, we know that developing countries have two vacuums. One is the farm mechanization, and other is the marketing of their output, agricultural outputs. What systems do you have in Bangladesh, especially for farm practices and for marketing of the products which your farmer harvest at their farms?
Okay. Most of the farmers don't have their own land. They cultivate their crops in others' land and have some percentage of this. But many of our farmers have their own land. So who have their own land, they cultivate in their own land, and others lend some land from others, and they give some amount to the main landowner. And the agricultural networking or marketing is mainly in our country is developing now, because that middlemen are everywhere, so they took the most of advantage in this system. So most of the time our farmers don't get their right amount of money or right amount of rights. So nowadays the direct marketing is also is an important, and also is a what should I say, very favorite medium nowadays. But it wasn't that like in the previous time. So nowadays government and other NGOs are also trying to do their best to help the farmers. Like in our country, Pran, Milk Vita, we other dairy industries are also working with our farmers. They buy directly milk from the farmers and directly from the farm, so that the advantage of middlemen is also decreasing in our country, and farmers are getting their proper right. And as you can see that the government also helping and subsidizing the community. So that's how the now that's how the new condition in our country, which is increasing day by day.
That's really great. Ananya, I would like to ask you also about the role of mainstream media for the agriculture development in Bangladesh. As we also face there that there is not reasonable advertisement of awareness and different farmer campaigns on mainstream media. So, what are the campaigns? Yeah, how are your media is participating in different campaigns related to awareness of your farmer community?
Our mainly our main television network is BTV, Bangladesh Television, which is mainly managing by our government television channel, and that's through this channel they are representing our rural area, our farmers' condition. And beside this, also other channels, other satellites are also nowadays working on this topic. They are also very much keen to present our farmers community nowadays. So you can see that there was a time when there was a great cultivable land in our country, but nowadays as it is decreasing, so farmers are also trying to do their best to make a livelihood. So in this sector our government is also working and our media is also working. They are representing the farmers community and representing what is should be done and what should not be done with the farmers, with their society. So that is how it's working.
Ananya, second last question, which I would like to ask from you, that we observe that our youth is not interested in agriculture activities, especially in this era. They plan their career for industrialization and service sector. How do you think that how we can engage this youth for the development of agriculture in developing countries as in Bangladesh or in Pakistan?
I think that was a previous condition. Nowadays, it has been changing day by day. the youths are also tend to contribute in the agriculture sector. The first thing is that they don't know about it. If we can provide themselves with enough knowledge and we can show them that if you want to make your career into this agricultural sector, you can do a great job. At first, we have to present it to in front of them. That's how we can communicate with them actually, because you know that, and I know also that everybody we have a future dream about our career. So you won't participate in this system or in this what should I say, in this sector if you can't do something good in future. So at first they think that if I join in this agricultural sector, I can do anything in future. That is their idea about agricultural sector. But nowadays it is changing, and the youth and the young people are participating in agriculture. As you can see that in our country there are also many agricultural university, and many youths are studying in these institutions. And I hope in your country this is the same case in case of this. So nowadays youth are participating, and I hope that the situation will be changed someday, and we can raise our previous condition which we dreamed, which we want to show in front of the world, that yes, the youth can do also some agricultural activities and they also can raise the situation something good.
Ananya, we face in developing countries intra-organizational communication gap, inter-organizational communication gap. In this situation, when we have many gaps and many vacuums in our institutions, in our departments, how can we collaboratively do some work on a platform which represent the developing countries of the world? How do you think about this?
Actually, I think that in case of mine or in case of our institutions or my university, the amount of pressure of study is so much. So student can't concentrate in other sectors so often because of their study. That's the main problem actually. They can't maintain both sides. Many of them can't maintain. Some can maintain and they are doing it, but most of them can't do it. In case of collaboration with other country and other organization, I think our social and cultural engagement is necessary here. We should talk more often. We should do something more often, like via online or via Facebook. We can do something combinedly, and we can represent it. That's how I think that we can collaborate.
Ananya, what the take-home message you want to deliver to our audience in Pakistan, in Bangladesh, and to the rural community of the world?
Okay, I don't think that I have enough experience to share with you, or I can something represent enough to toward the audience. But as much as I know or the experience I have, I want to say that please contribute as much as you can towards your society or towards your farmers. If you are a senior citizen or you are an educated person, so if you want to help them, you can pursue them. You can pursue them according to your way. You can help them as much as you want. So if you can communicate with them, you can understand their problem better, and you can have this chance or have this opportunity to work with them. So first, try to think yourself in their position, how miserable they are now or how miserable they was in the past. And if you want to improve their current situation, that is the main thing. At first you have to realize, if you can't realize their situation, you can't do anything for them. So as a senior citizens or as a responsible citizen of your country, you should do something for the community which people have trust on you, what they deserve from you. So you should do something for them.
Ananya, at last, I would like to have a comment from you about how we can improve agrarian talk, as this is at an initial level initiative to exchange of ideas, skills, and knowledge in our community. Please suggest an improvement which we must adopt for the benefit of our community.
As I can see that today I could join with your country or your audience through you. So it's a good initiative, and I think you can do a great job by proceeding this program. Today I can join with you. So I think in the next you can have another guest from the other countries, other region of Asia like Nepal, Sri Lanka, Bhutan, so that people can understand the agricultural sector of other countries as well as the audience of this country well also, so they can know about the agrarian talk and know about you, and can have the hope that yes, the things are changing between us, the brotherhood or the other things are also working good now. So that's how I think that you can improve your this program.
Ananya, I am highly gratified to you for as you manage your time, your cultural exchange with us, and we hope that in future we will maintain, continue it on fortnightly basis. We make a co-host this with the experts from Bangladesh and Pakistan, and I am very thankful to you. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure, and I am also happy to be connected with the audience of Pakistan and also as well as Bangladesh. And I am also wishing a best for this program. And pardon my mistakes if I did anything wrong or said anything wrong. I am a noob in this sector, you know that. I am also developing my skills and knowledges in this sector. So have a great night. Have a great day ahead. Thank you for inviting me.